Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Reloaded Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Labert, and we finna have an interview here. So the title of this show is CFR News Interview, Top Video. And it's a top video because most people are afraid to allow me to speak on the Polight situation, the conscious community situation, what's going on in our communities around here. So the brother, brave enough, he's from the UK, he want to give the interview, he's been over here, y'all know him, y'all done seen him in the queue and stuff, so we're going to give him an interview. I'm quiet and we're going to start it.
Yeah.
Peace, what's up, brother?
What do you do, man? Good day, good night, all. Niha, shalom, wassalam, hola, all of the universal greetings. We back, man. Laboratory work. We're here to uplift fallen humanity and, let the truth be told on this disturbing and distressing thing that's popped up over the last week, which transpired in February. But we're gonna go a lot deeper than that, man. We're gonna do a holistic build, so we're not gonna stick to one particular character, quote unquote enigma. We're gonna, as I say, we're gonna do a universal build. We're gonna get it in trustfully. The listeners and siblings are gonna heed, understand, overstand, and even understand the information, and get to a more clearer point. Trustfully, the majority of the people who won't be peeping this anyway already know what time it is. But there'll be some stragglers who come over, who are pro devilishment. Unfortunately, they don't think it's devilishment. But they're gonna get some of this here, man. They're gonna get this work, as they say. You know what I mean? So Israel. So Israel. Let's pardon self. Where do we want to start this off? Do we want to go to the inception of this this character, or should we start
Let's just start with pedophilia within the conscious community, because that's an old conversation, but it keep rearing its ugly head because no one wants to deal with it.
Okay. So what are you suggesting is the foundation of that? Are we talking about Dr. Malachi Z. York, or are we talking about Afrika Bambaataa?
That's the foundation. Malachi Z. York is the father of Bambaataa. It's the father of Polight. Also a spiritual father to many more conscious community individuals like Inky, Ujaru, Robert West, and all these different individuals that you see on Hidden Colors and different stuff. A lot of them is contemporaries, but a lot of them are his children.
Now, when you say that, because that's a very broad brush to paint all of those individuals. Yeah, I know this sibling, but you know how we do it. You know how I do it over here. So are you basing that based upon those individuals embracing the knowledge of Nuwapu as it was deemed at the time, and factology and all that there?
Before it was Nuwapu. Like Amin Ra Squad leader just did an interview with Layla Wells, the woman that took me to court and got me locked up for the Afrika Bambaataa pederasty. So West just did an interview with this woman. You can go to her channel and watch it. I promote them. That really is trapped in the culture, but they call it the first gay family in hip hop documentary now.
Okay.
But let's go back to what Unc said. He said he was in the crack house when he found out about Nuwapu and stuff. But before it was Nuwapu, or Nuwapians, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Answer Allah.
Yeah, I don't like to speak foreign languages, but you got it. It was the Hebrew Israelites. It was the Moors. it was the Native Americans. It was whatever black people was into. Malachi Z. York was birthing that knowledge and helping them along. He was right along with the conscious community of the father, Yosef ben Yakanai, a Hebrew Israelite. So Hebrew Israelites was learning from Malachi Z. York for a long time. Moors was learning from Malachi Z. York. The Native Americans, the Aboriginals and different stuff. The different people was learning from Malachi Z. York. So he's the father of a lot of communities, especially the ones you see Sinetta sitting over now. What if you know that or not?
Would that also include the 5% nation of the gods of earth?
Well, I've never studied Malachi Z. York, so he was right along there with him. If he wasn't a part of it, that's why I said contemporaries. A lot of them, James Smalls and all of them, they same age as him or whatever. So he's not their father. He's more like their brother. Their sick brother, but yet their brother. Because they helped birth the conscious community. He wanted to kill Dr. Yosef ben Yakanai. A lot of people don't remember when Seti and Polight debated, they brought that out. That Malachi Z. York was trying to kill Dr. Ben. Take the man's life because they was fighting over our youth.
Over the minds of the youth.
Yes, still the youth. I wasn't saying they was fighting over their, virginity. I would think I was very precise. They was fighting over the youth though. They knew that what they was teaching and who they was teaching was gonna be the next generation of people that they had to reach. And if they could control them youth, mind or whatever, then they could control the outcome of the world. So they was fighting over.
Well, didn't what's his name? Carter, Jay-Z. Wasn't him and Jazzo all linked up with that?
So Jay-Z, Biggie, see, all of them New Yorkers dealt with either Malachi Z. York in the music business or his son. What's that son name? Jacob York. Jacob York. Or they dealt with Bambaataa. So the music industry, the native tongues, the so-called conscious hip-hoppers, Q-Tip, and all of them, they are a part of that new WAPU foundation. The root and the stem is Malachi Z. York of that foundation. So a lot of people don't know. When you listen or you talk about the brother from Detroit, James Yancey, Jay Dilla.
Okay, yeah.
He comes out of that. This stuff is rooted deep in hip hop. So when you say Jay Dilla changed my life, you got to give credit to those people that changed his life. You got to know the roots of what you're dealing with and the stem and the off branches of these trees that's been planted out here in society. And a lot of people won't tell you about them, but me, man, I'm open book. I'll tell you whatever I know. So you won't fall into the traps of the generation and the ignorant ones that produce you. They lost soul, come out of all of that too.
They've created some dope music, man. Look, a lot of people you're mentioning created some very good music back then. In the quote unquote golden era.
Sampling was different back then, but yeah, they was sampling their tail off. They had no boundaries. They used whatever sounded good. But now, you got them sampling laws. Biz Marquis, Prince Paul, and all these different people that's the foundation of what 90s hip hop was.
And he's
86, but 90s was a good year.
Yes.
96.
So is Marquis, are you saying there's a direct connection to York?
He's a hip hop.
Oh,
so you're dealing with hip hop, you're dealing with Malachi Z. You're dealing with the Ra hip hop Afrika Bambaataa. You're dealing with this stuff whether you know it or not, because it's all in their teaching. If you ain't listening to them, you listening to the Wu-Tang Clan, and that's the 5%ers. So when you listen to the pro-righteous teachers of wise intelligence, they all come up out of the mindset. See, we was young. We didn't know hip-hop was still in its birth. It hadn't became a team yet.
But look,
I was at the Brittany Green projects looking at people spray painting on the wall and dancing on cardboard. I didn't know what that was or what that was called. But I learned what it was and what it was called. I had a hip-hop history book, a vibe history book. My nephew stole it. But I had to study this stuff. Peace to the chat. Go ahead, brother.
Sodomy misinterpreted.
Oh yes, I got that documentation. I was trying to put it on my YouTube page, but yeah, I got the documentation because I needed to study that. Shout out to Sarah Susetti, the unforgotten conscious community soldier.
Yeah,
who went in on that because we don't talk about Sarah Susetti no more.
He's forgotten. Simply listen. He's been buried. There's a litany of characters who have now been buried in relation to, bringing forth what the generation of now know what of the conscious community, the HOK son at TV. It was Tahuti. It was Saran Seti. Was the mainstays. Ali Muhammad would come in and do their thing in Sana's house. You had the pills who would jump in and out.
But see, this is when paradigms ran the community. It's a such thing as paradigm. And you have paradigm swings. And you have people fighting for narratives and paradigms. See, when I put the word narrative out there, the community never really ever heard that. Sarnetta heard that word, the bootlegger. Sarnetta heard that word, and he started stealing my material. We just talked about people stealing material.
Yes.
He stole my material. He said, Carl said that word first, though. Narratives. Because Israel Doctrine Entertainment or Israel Doctrine Broadcast Network, it's a narrative company. We work with biblical narratives. In real life, so-called African-American narratives. Because the African-American is nothing but the lost sheep of Israel. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of them conferred that back in the day. But no one ever heard that. You never heard Malcolm X said, we the lost sheep.
Whole heap of time.
The prodigal son, we all of that. He was learning from Dr. Ben. You sound surprised, or you something messing up. What?
No, not so. And also, in regard to that Hebraic knowledge, isn't there something? Didn't he used to visit a Hebraic brother in Harlem who had a bookstore who always used to impart knowledge to him?
Well, I didn't study all of it, but
man.
Of course, this conscious community is concerned. They love Dr. Ben. Michael Edwards went in on him, said he a mummy going to hell and stuff. Sarnetta and Polight kicked it with him and, employed him and stuff. But the conscious community as a whole loves Dr. Ben. He's got a street up there in New York now and everything. So they love Dr. Ben. But Malachi Z. York wanted to kill him, and different people that went in on him. But shout out to the Hebrew Israelite brother that's deceased, Dr. Ben.
Didn't he? Well, wait a minute. Didn't he start off kind of as that, and then towards his transition? Well, prior to his transition, didn't he kind of move more towards that Commission sort of frame of mind?
Dr. Ben may have been a Muslim when he died or whatever, but hey, I don't really care about him like that, so I don't know that much about it. But my brother, that most people know from the conscious community, Brother Reggie, he sits over Dr. Ben like a state and grave site and different stuff. If he don't sit over it, he sit right there on the panel with the rest that does it. So what's up, Brother Reg? Long time no see or talk to, but I'm gonna give you your shots out.
Yes, and Brother Reggie, man, Brother Reggie, he's got some interesting information. I don't know why. See, certain people, it's like they're almost tarred by utilizing that platform anymore.
It's the paradigm and the narrative. They don't want their paradigms and their narrative. Reggie has no problem with the Israelite community of the Bible and stuff like that. He got problems, but he don't have I'm the real black atheist problems. He don't have the brother Polight. Let me shoot up this Bible right quick and show y'all do got a holy Bible. You see these holes in it I shot it up?
Folly.
He don't have them problems. He don't have them problems. That's why we've been cool for a long time now.
Because Reggie's got some sense, man. Reggie's got some damn sense about him, man. And he ain't all up on the ego.
With the elders. He sat with Dr. Ben. He has some sense. He know about the 360 degrees and Ra. See, you got the and Ra squad, and them brothers over there is Masons. Let me say it in a way that's hopefully not too offensive. They Gasons.
My sons.
Gasons. That's what they are. But go ahead.
Okay, we're skipping, but okay. So you've got a crew who are dubbed the and Ra Squad, which is a Commission deity, right? One of their supreme deities.
Well, worship best. He said he's the real black atheist and he has no God. But I brought it out years ago that he worshiped best. He animals to best.
Yes.
He has a statue that he.
You brought the audio out, sibling. Listen, if they don't know by now, they're gonna know.
Yes, I brought that to the community. I said, this dude said he the real black atheist, but he won't tell us he over there worshiping best. Now, see, we get into a religious argument when I know what your deity or who your deity is.
Now, give some more context, some more contextuality in relation to that. How do we know that he's worshiping best, sibling?
Well, he sacrificed animals to it. The audio said,
yes,
I murdered this animal. I had blood on my stick, and I told my son, because his son seen it, that this is blood and blah, blah, blah. And then was telling his son about the ritual. See, it's all about the babies. And Unc has been corrupting the minds of his babies.
He's a confused. You know, I don't know if the intention initially was, you know, of goodness. You know, like, yeah, I want to impart my knowledge off to people. I don't know whether it started off like that, and then somewhere down the line, shit just went left. But it's weird.
Unc is the old crackhead from Boston.
Baltimore,
Maryland or something, and he went into that Malachi Z. York stuff and he never came out. That's why he said, I learned this and I learned that, and he was over there pushing his paradigm, but they were still trying to F up the children's minds. It's all about effing up the children so they can be Lil Nas X and be dancing on the devil's lap. Striptease.
Well, okay, that's what you're proposing. I'm proposing something different because I haven't seen any evidence of Onk going down that route. I've seen over the years Onk talk about all kind of folly relating to, you know, this evolution thing for the last couple of years and Darwinism and all, and melanin, how the more dark you are, all kind of stupid stuff. It's like
been running masonry stuff.
No,
he's running masonry stuff on the community. This is what the brother from Chicago, what's his name? Over there with Ngozi and stuff. What's his name?
Ngozi. What's the other? I don't know.
Ngozi is from the Ra Squad.
Yeah.
Another brother.
Wijaru. I don't know all them people.
Wijaru, the brother from Chicago. he came on there and told you what the and Ra squad is doing is Gasonary stuff. It's them Gasons. What's his name?
I don't know, sibling. Sorry. What's the chat saying? The chat helping you out?
My chat's open.
Yeah, what they're saying, no man. What they're saying, they ain't helping you out, none.
He's an open Mason from Chicago.
And
I forget his name.
And he's wait a minute, he's been on Sarnetta's thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know, he don't mess with Sarnetta like that, but
he's been on there before though, right?
Well, he loved bigging them up and stuff. He tried to play like he's not a part of that, but he's all a part of that. What's his name?
Sinjetti, you talking about?
No, not Sinjetti. He's from Chicago. He be with Ngozi and stuff. He been over there on Solomon's show and everything. I
don't know the Folly Squad as I refer to them. I don't know them like that. You know what I mean? I know Onk and Sinjetti.
Yeah, he came up with another one though. See, Ngozi made his own squad. He left the and Ra squad. I told him and Ra squad up when I told the whole world they was Masons and all of that. We had a big falling out. So Ishmael Bey is not over there no more.
Oh, brother Ish, old school brother Ish ain't with them.
No, because it said they beat me in the Dr. Mayat debate, but they did it in the wrong way. See, they set that whole thing up. All of her material was the and Ra squad material. They brought DNA and all that, Ngozi and all that. I've seen Ngozi up in Chicago at his workplace and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Started working by the house I stay at in Chicago. Kunsu, that's his name.
Okay, I recognize that name now.
Kunsu came over there and said, what the and Ra squad is doing is masonry. See, it's all called glitter and glamour. Because in masonry, they do pageantry. And that's what they're doing in the community. They're doing pageantry. So when you see people walking up them crates, they don't understand them crates. It's tied in with masonry stuff. Why are you walking on crates? Where they come from?
Where does it come from, man? And why is there a plethora of damn videos all over social media? People broken out themselves.
It's called social influence. See, when we was younger, you had your generation of your classmates and stuff. They'll put social pressure on you, and you didn't understand the pressure. That's why kids out here murdering themselves days. They like, what the hell? My child went to school, and all of a sudden I come in their house, and this mug hanging from the ceiling. What's going on? It's called social pressure, but you have social influencers, and these influencers are misinfluencing the children.
Social engineering as well, sibling. That's exactly what's going on.
That's the terminology. See, if you listen to the terminology, they say them all the time on the news. I don't watch the news, but they give you the terminology of these things that they're doing.
So all right then. Why did during the zombie apocalypse, the start of it and all that, why was Onk and them being so insistent in people taking vaccinations and stuff? What was? Do you think they were paid to do that, sibling?
But once again, see the House of Conscience, the HOK, that Sarnetta sits over, Polight sits over, Inky sits over, the brother in Atlanta now, Sue Tech sits over, and all of them that came, Ali Muhammad. I believe they work with the government. I done told Sarnetta this live on this thing. He was trying to get me to read. You know I'm dyslexic, right, people? But that don't mean my reasoning ain't there. He was trying to get me to read to make fun of me. So I called him an agent. I started talking. I was like, I'm not going to read and stuff. And he was like, And so he went into personal conversation instead of what he had me there for. And he asked me, do you believe I'm an agent? And I was like, hell yeah, you an agent. You an agent. I'm going to tell you live right here with all these people you've been trying to take me and make a fool in front of, I'm gonna tell them that you're an agent. You work for this government in some shape, form, or fashion. I think they got a prison release program over there. I think that's because everyone that came to the HOK came from a prison.
Well, some people do
got
dub it.
And went to the HOK. They was the Ivan Wayne's brothers that was in jail with the Malcolm X thing on talking crazy. They got out of jail and went to the House of Conscience on work release.
Sibling. Some people refer to that whole platform as the House of Convicts in it, because as you say, and look, there are genuine people who make mistakes in their life, do time in the penitentiary and come out and try and change things and try and, give back and try and make a difference. Unfortunately, what we're seeing and what we've seen over the past 8+ years, it seems like people are seeing, okay, I can, rather than go back out on the streets and do my fuckery, I can come in here and scam and pillage poor unexpected black
people. My fuckery. Just say it like you said it. I can come in here and do my fuckery. These people are so caught up in their paradigms that I can have an orgy. What's up? Let's get busy, y'all. And then, as Unc said, and all of these people know, they tell you, see, if you listen to them long enough, these people think they're gods, and as gods, they want everything. See, people used to attack me on birthdays. Hey, look, I don't do birthdays because there's pagan worship and stuff. No, pagans do pagan things on their birthdays, on their anniversary, on their children. They do it every day. They pagans. But these neo-pagans that we dealing with in this conscious community, they bring their paganism to the table and you don't even realize it.
Been repackaged.
Hey, and re-given to them, and they all seen Sidnett and Polight make $1 million. Allegedly, I would say that. Make $1 million with that Kim on trial thing. Them Hebrews made them Negroes $1 million some dollars. And they've been trying to redo it ever since. But I'm always the one that said, don't pay them $1 million. Don't give them another $1 million. Don't be stupid. But I told those Hebrews, put your money in there and collect all the money that you can collect with them. Jonathan Owens.
Casual.
Start bragging. Sidnett and Polight made money, but I made money too because I was marketing and promoting this. Them Hebrews made $100 each until you get to Nasi Yashbel. He got a little bit more money. He had Killer Priest come over. He did this, he did that. And for that, he got paid a little bit more than the Zion Lexus in them.
So hold up, sibling. You telling me that they got paid $100, or is that for real?
Yeah, they got paid $100 and they walked away with $1 million. Allegedly.
Well, look,
the we need to go check them out, but that's what it was said at the time.
Well, didn't Michael Edwards do some kind of calculation and he did work out to be some kind of about
$1 million what it equaled out to. Now, see, I know a certain thing because they was using Towns on TV or something like that. I forget the company they was using. But see, when I started doing this debate thing with Dr. Mayat and everything, you know what? I went and hooked up with Towns on TV. So I understand how the money works and how it glitches. And you can have more people watching than you expect because Towns on TV used to glitch. Mm-hmm. So you can say you got 400 people watching and it could be 2,000 people watching.
Yeah.
You can glitch and say it's 2,000 and you got 10 or whatever. So you can multiply the numbers. So it may be even more money. So you see Polight balling out and got these trinkets for these whores, young and old. And it all started with him getting the trinkets when he debated and went to Egypt and stuff at that event, Kemet on trial. And when he made that money, however much it was, it could have been more than $1 million. But that's when he first got fat. Before that, he was running around, and you know how people was talking about Cyrus Sunseti when he first came out. He was bummy. Polight was bummy. He was running around in those kente clubs and stuff. The next thing you know, he Versace. He wearing stuff you can't afford, you can't even pronounce. But hey, you start off humble, but when you hit a certain peak, you leave that humbleness alone. And that's what he done did.
So what happened to poor righteous teachers, man?
Hey, wise intelligent over there dealing with other things now. He's a businessman. He's trying to do business with Mr. Body and stuff. Them chips and everything, them hip-hop chips.
Yeah.
Trying to do business. You can only be a poor righteous teacher so long.
If yes. And look, and listen, that's an excellent point. That is an excellent point. And there's nothing wrong with growth and development. There's nothing wrong with elevating your financial status, your emotional status, and all the rest of those things. But here's where the big juicy round butt comes into it. It shouldn't be off the expense and off the backs of poor, innocent black folk. You shouldn't be scamming people out of their inheritance money. You shouldn't be promising services and products and not rendering those services and products. That's the issue I have. And then the other issue on top of that is we got people co-signing it. Oh, well, you know, that's that brother's thing, man. I don't know nothing about that. But
that's why Satnetta is the one that they put in his own, because Polight wouldn't be who Polight is today if Satnetta didn't put that time in and F everybody else in the community and blow this nigga up to superstar status. If you didn't put him there, he wouldn't be there. But you put him there. You compromise your platform for Polight and his horse. So it's all good, but don't try to admit that you didn't do it. Admit that you did it. You put him there. And then after he scammed the community, robbed you. So okay. He robbed Satnetta on that Kemet on trial thing. That's why that's why he was calling them Baby York. That's why they had the fallout. The Kemet on trial stuff. Polight robbed Satnetta.
Yep.
That's why they had the fallout. And when they had the fallout, that's what he told them. You a Baby York. And you out there sleeping with my wife, 14-year-old daughter, coding or doing something. You having a relationship with her, and it was basically, as Satnetta was trying to input it, it was a sexual relationship, is what he was trying to tell the community.
No. Let's be crystal clear with the verbiage, Israel. He told, he wasn't trying to tell. He told all the business. Well, not all the business. He told maybe 40% of the business. You know what I mean? And then deleted the video and then come up and did another video, another live. If that, the profanity, profanity is profanity,
Once again, I don't follow certain stuff that much. I wouldn't have been in this Afrika Bambaataa stuff if I had not invested in it, my time and effort. So most of the stuff that they bring to the community, they bring it to black people. I'm not black, number one. You bring some Israelite stuff, then I'm all in it. You bring some black, we ain't got no legal status and all of this stuff to the community. And it's like, well, black people's in trouble again. I don't profess to be one of them, so the hell with it. So when he brought that to the community, as much as I was on their case, Satnetta and Polight case, I didn't care about what Satnetta was saying. He was sleeping with his, because Satnetta is a grown man. Had the opportunity to know Polight was sleeping with his wife, 14-year-old daughter, he should have contacted the authorities. But black people don't like to contact the authorities, so he didn't contact the authorities.
Oh, okay. Now I would say some black folk, but when it comes to, well, some black folk, and in certain situations, when it comes to situations in regards to this, now, if you ain't going to put in the work yourself to resolve this issue, then of course you need to contact the authorities and allow the legal system to do what it was designed, well, what it was supposed to do.
Excuse me, I was finna curse, but you over there in England, you can't tell these Americans that Cameron said, if I was sitting next to her, I'd just move out the community.
But okay, see this is
I'm not telling on nobody. Over here in America, thou should not snitch. Snitch is the law.
Well, I don't know about any of that.
What anybody said, thou should not snitch. That's like when I called the feds on her son. Because he said he took a picture to murder the young man that stabbed Bambaataa. He was going to kill me. He was going to kill Sinetta. He was going to kill Sinetta's children. He going to kill all these people, but nobody cared enough to call the police and say, or the feds and say, well, her son Camel just made a death threat on the internet about killing all these people.
So why?
Caring about my life, I said, F the community and F that snitching stuff, because I'm going to tell it. Hey, y'all better watch him, because if I see him, he's dead, because he said, I'm dead, so it's on site. Let's get this out here and let y'all know.
The big Desi. Hey, listen, sibling. Let's again, verbiage, snitching. We hear it, we've heard it. Kill all rats and all them kind of thing there. Now that denotes, because we gotta define what snitching is. So me and you, Israel, we're out and we're committing illegal activities, and we both get arrested. If I then start talking the business, then I'm snitching. Yeah.
Well, it's simple. If you are a non-criminal and you tell on criminals, that's not snitching. That's telling the proper authorities. But if you're a criminal, you don't tell on him. If you over here stealing and they over there doing whatever they doing that's criminal, you as a thief don't have no right to tell on that dude that's over there doing other criminal stuff.
Yes.
Because y'all in the criminal world together.
Agreed.
We know there's no honor amongst thieves.
Now,
when don't hang with the thieves, but if I'm hanging with the thieves and he over there selling drugs, and I got something against drug selling, but I'm a thief, I can't just go and say, well, he over there selling drugs and I'm a thief, because he gonna turn around and say, well, he over there stealing. I'm selling drugs, but he's stealing. So all us gonna go to jail. So they came up with a street code back in the day in New York City, the mafioso, the Gambinos and stuff. They say, look, we can't be out here telling on each other. My family don't like your family, but you over there robbing and stealing. I'm not going to tell on you because you know my business, and I don't want you telling the people my business. So we're going to rob, steal, rape, kill, do whatever we want to do. But we can't tell on each other. We organize this stuff. And black people think they in the organized gang mafioso life, and they can't be telling on their criminal partners.
All right, then. So keep these blues.
I'm not a criminal though. F them. I'm gonna tell on them all. Keep
these blues cutting. So we've established a kind of baseline in regards to the realms of talking to the boys, right? So at the point where the criminal, the con artist, the scammer, the murderer starts to touch little children and stuff, what are we doing at that point?
Oh shit! I'm calling the feds. This nigga over here messing with them children.
Yeah, this is the point.
I want to curse, but I don't want to put it out there on your channel like that. But
do the thing, man. It's unfiltered, sibling. If you want to use profanity, then drop it, man. Ain't none.
Okay, because I'm holding back. I'm getting ready to say stuff, and I'm like, well, nah, this not my plan.
This is unfiltered, sibling. Listen, unfiltered thing, man.
I take my hat off a little bit and feel like man.
Take your slippers off and just get comfortable, Israel, and just do your thing. Yeah, man. We got to get it out here, man. We got to get this here information out. But as you say, so listen, the weirdest and the strangest thing is that you've got people who are not, as I mentioned on, you know, last time we was live on your thing, you've got people who have no connection to this here quote unquote conscious community. They've never heard of a No Light, you know what I mean, aka Michael Noak, but yet they have now, because it's out and it's been on the television and stuff, and it's like it's quite disturbing what's coming out. They're speaking.
Help do that. See, people forget they went up to Ohio. You remember when they went up to Ohio?
Yeah, with that scam. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the leader of the Black Panthers then, and all of this, allegedly.
Look, man.
People were trying to snipe him off the roofs and stuff. And it's, man, it's so much that the community, see, I didn't have a stroke. I had a big blood clot. So my brain kind of messed up a little bit. Some of it didn't die, but I ain't forgot that.
There's certain things you can't forget, man. You can't forget, you know, for all the, I mean, we're more talking on the fuckery that's been going on of latter years. But if we can rewind time to like 09.
It's on my channel though. That's why I don't forget the shit. I go back and watch them old videos and be like, oh yeah, Michael Evers got child porn assaulting a daughter. That's why they became friends. He had him under extortion. Okay, yeah. I almost forgot that, but I recorded. What? Michael Evers had child porn of Sarnetta's daughter.
How the fuck?
Basim, you know who Basim is?
Yeah,
right?
that it was
Michael Evers was extorting them Negroes.
So how on earth does he obtain that kind of material of his?
Besides that, it's like I don't got no children and stuff, and ain't nobody walking behind me. They ain't walking through the hall. But if you got children in the house, you probably done seen your children in their underwear.
Yeah.
But if you got your camera on and they walk by in their underwear, the world just seen my child in their underwear.
Oh,
it's called soft porn.
Okay.
So Michael Evers and Basim was watching, and they seen the girl. So what they did, they downloaded the video so they can have the soft porn.
That's disgusting.
Of Sarnetta's daughter. But Sarnetta didn't want to, once again, he don't want to call the feds to protect his own child.
What kind of mindset? Where are we, man? What are we doing? Who the fuck does this?
Hey, man, this conscious community, you're not conscious of this stuff.
Yeah, but it still baffles me because it's cloak and dagger. Just in terms of the lure. You know, I'm a quote unquote dumb Christian who's been in the Roman Catholic Church all my life, and then I stumble on a Saw Satan video, and I'm like, oh my God, all this stuff's, it was a lie, and I'm gonna start watching this stuff now, and you start thinking, oh, I'm conscious now, I'm aware the Bible.
You realize you over here with the pornography pedophilia community, and that's what they didn't prove themselves to be.
Listen, let's take it a step further. Liars, cheaters, adulterers, murderers. All
that is forgiven though, but you can't hear people over here touching your children and got naked pictures and stuff, doing things with your children now. Even the killers in jail said we're gonna murder him when he come in here because he been messing with the children. It's another street code, mafioso and stuff. You don't touch another man's child or children. But the conscious community don't got that code. If they had that code, then you wouldn't hear about a Nazi. You wouldn't have a mighty Hebrew. You wouldn't have Polight. You wouldn't have Nature Boy and all these different people that touch children.
Hey, but wait. Nature Boy, I thought he's touching children as well. I didn't know.
This man, after he get through having sex with his woman, he let his child play with his thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay. Yeah.
Wake up now. Remember, you can't
sibling. There's so much fuckery that these and people are promoting this shit like it's wholesome and healthy.
Hold up! Don't say people promote it. Sarnetta promotes it to the people, and they promotes what Sarnetta give them.
But no, but civilian
network again. It's a network.
It's
you gotta know where the network at. The network is called the House of Consciousness. That's the network. Anything you get comes through the House of Conscious first. Star might report on it, or Doggy might report on it, or somebody else, or I Smoke Hip Hop, or somebody else, Tasha K or whatever her name might report on it. But it all starts at one location, and that's the House of Conscious. So when it fucks up, then give it to Satnetta because he done fucked it up. It started there. If it started all fucked up, then that's when you're going to get the fucked up results. But if he cleans it up and make it good, then you don't get those results. But that's the conscious community king. And he ain't been keeping this community clean.
No, not at all. So let's get into the Brooklyn vampire.
Malachi Z. York?
No. Son. Well, no, man. We're giving him the Brooklyn vampire titlage, man. You know what I mean?
Give him that title, but he from Harlem.
Harlem's rejected him, man.
From Harlem. Filthy Frank from Harlem. That's Satnetta. Frankie Gary from
Harlem has rejected Filthy Frank now. He's Brooklyn has taken him, and he's a vampire. Baby. So what it is, right, is we know of Filthy Frank, aka Sarnetta, aka Sarne Satan, and all the rest of the terms. Yeah, right. His come up was bootlegging intellectual property from the quote unquote grand masters, the master teachers.
Bobby Hemmett, Ashquad Quasi,
Phil Valentine,
Steve
Oakley, Rising Paradise.
Robbing their asses, bootlegging their stuff.
Yeah.
The federal government ain't got them yet, and it's videotapes of him out there with the bootleg stuff. And it's people saying, you bootlegging my shit. So I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the government ain't seen them yet.
Government ain't came to come to see him, and he didn't think out of decency or like let's don't get it twisted. Like, you know, when you gotta eat, yeah. So maybe for the first couple of months, you know, all the money's for yourself. But once you start bubbling and you know you're starting to make a way for yourself, you know, selling intellectual property which doesn't belong to you, then what you start to do is reach out, yo, brother Bobby, your hair's for $400 or whatever. I've been selling your VHSs, you know, because we're talking pre-DVD time now. So he was slanging these
black economics. So okay, you bootlegging, but we need to go into business. All we doing is cutting out the middleman. You go to Target, you go to Best Buy, you go to these places that sell my stuff. Hell with them. I'm gonna give it to you on the street and you sell it on the street. But they didn't have that mentality. The bootlegger said, I'm gonna go to Best Buy, buy this shit and make 1 million copies of it, and I'm finna make my own money. Forget Steve Coakley, forget Dr. Ben, forget Phil Valentine, forget all these people. Though the product that they selling says, look, it's got copyright on it. If you steal my stuff, just like on this thing when they start flagging people, if you steal my intellectual property, I'm going to tell them people and they're going to lock your ass up. But no, Satnetta hasn't been locked up yet. No one has seen Satnetta for stealing and bootlegging all of those people material. But that's why the conscious community love him. When he went to Atlanta right before I debated Dr. Mayat, Unc had the same bootlegs. Satnetta passed them on to them. I bought a big bag of bootlegs. When I was at the place, I got a video of it. When I was at the place, you know what they had out there? They were selling them bootlegs. Nasi Yashavelle, Unc, and all of them was selling them bootlegs to the people out there. And since black people like bootlegs, shit, they was buying it up. They could go to hotcakes. The community loved them because they made the community money.
Did they have that hidden colors out there bootlegging?
I don't know. I don't buy bootlegs. I don't buy nothing that's stolen, because once you do that, it tells the person that stole it that there's a market out there.
Yep.
And if they steal something else, they're going to come over here and say, you want to buy this.
Mm-hmm.
But when they stealing my stuff, selling it back to me, then I'm going to get mad. So I don't buy stolen merchandise from the bootlegger. But see, everybody want to say Sarnetta the goddamn man. Sarnetta is nothing but a world famous bootlegger. And these motherfuckers run to this bootlegger for this bootleg shit.
Now, isn't there stories of a certain lecturer, a well-known lecturer, and I will not say his name, but who was very no. Let me get it out, sibling. And he was very. This is pre-irritated genie.
That's quite crazy.
One of the grand masters. Let's put it that way. Was irritated and was like, hold up, I'm hearing this person in Harlem is selling my shit and he's not buying it from me, he's bootlegging. And I'm hearing that them boys took a visit to see Mr. Filthy Frank, and a potential altercation took place and tables were thrown and product was taken, and I think this happened maybe twice.
Let me go over here. I think I got the video of him talking about Asquad Quasi. He said, this ain't your material. This our material, Asquad.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Israel. Thank you.
Another joint. Hold it right here. Another joint right here. My Asquad Quasi. Freemason. Now look at me right quick. I think Asquad Quasi. This message is for you. Asquad don't like nobody getting his information out, but this is Negro information industry. This right here belongs to all of us. Man, yo, Asquad Quasi, stop calling me, asking me if I'm selling no tape. Hell no, I ain't selling no tape. Whenever you go into ancient Egypt, our ancestors left that information for us, not for you. Sound like
now that's on my Circus Monkey channel. But yes, that's the video of him telling Asquad Quasi, F you, this is our information. This ain't your information. And I'm the bootlegger. I'm selling it to the people. And I ain't got to come to you, or I ain't got to go. Look, the hell with you, Asquad Quasi.
That's
why him and Irritated Genie has always been into it, because Irritated Genie falls under Asquad Quasi, that Masonic system shit. Y'all may not know that. But go ahead.
War on the Horizon, Irritated Genie, who it later transpired he worked for Homeland Security.
Straight Black Pride brought her son Camel ass out here and then left the shit alone.
Mm-hmm. Was it was it verified? At what capacity did he work within Homeland Security? Was it clerical, or was he actually one of them boys?
Man, F Irritated Genie. I wouldn't leave my children in the room with a bit of sit. That's just to say, I don't trust the nigga, whoever he is, whatever he is. People used to tell me, oh, you need to meet Irritated Genie. Y'all somewhat alike. But no. It's only one Carl Albert Davis. My mama didn't have twins. It's not another one.
Hey.
It's not a replica of me out there that I know about. No people try to replicate me. It's only one me.
Well, how are you two alike? I don't see y'all any kind of similarity.
Well, I'm just saying, anybody that really don't know, they see my fire, they see his fire, they see me fighting against children, they see him fighting against the child molesters and different stuff. We deal with similar topics and stuff. But it's just, y'all niggas over here in the conscious community different than them niggas over there in the conscious community. So that's the similarities. That's all. Okay. It ain't no deep shit. It's just
so let's fast
line to shit. That's all.
Let's fast forward a little some, and let's go to the BTR days, the Blog Talk days.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to the huddle. This your host.
Huddle 1, 2, and 3, sibling.
We finna huddle up today. I got that from Malcolm X. Malcolm X said we all need to come together and huddle up. and talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. Then when we leave the huddle, it's time to score.
Like
all basketball and stuff, let's huddle up. Don't let the white man within your organization. And don't take your organization business into the street.
Yes. At that point, we're talking huddle was 11, was it? When you started that? Is that 11 or 12?
I think I started in 2007, but I really got started in 2009.
Okay.
Because where I'm from, with the doctrinal teaching and stuff, you got to be 30 before you can call yourself stepping out here and teaching.
Yes.
Can't be no little young Hebrew Israelite on the street want to talk a bunch of blah, blah, blah. You got to be 30. So it's like the presidential and stuff. You got to be 40 and stuff. You got to have a certain age and a certain seasoning to you.
Yes.
You just can't come out the womb and start doing shit. So I wasn't 30 yet. When I started it, I wasn't 30 yet. So I waited until 2009. And that age came and I was off to the races. I started ministering.
So at that point, did you see Son on Blog Talk at that time? I'm sure you tuned into that shit, right?
Listen, I had no idea that there was a fucking thing called a conscious community.
Okay.
I was out here biblically minded and just teaching, fighting with my readers because they was like, "Oh, nigga, you can't read." I'm like, "The fuck, you my reader? Read. Shut the fuck up. Why you messing with me? I'm the teacher, but you got to be able to read." No, I got to line this stuff up and you read it to the people so they can hear it, comprehend it. I was liking the way that the Israelites was teaching because I got dyslexia. I can't read. So to have a reader was like the shit to me.
Yeah.
So I started teaching. And little did I know, the places that I came from started jumping on me. Who the fuck told you can preach? The Lord God of Israel is my master. Ain't none of these Israelites or Hebrew Israelites can tell me what the hell I can do. And so I started teaching. I started laying down what Israel doctrine was. And see, that's the worst thing I ever did, but it's the best thing I ever did. I came out and named the doctrine after the God of Israel. So if you say F Israel doctrine, you just say F God, but all of them say F Israel doctrine. The whole Hebrew Israelite community says F Israel doctrine.
No.
They don't
No. Hey, Israel. You can't say them thing, they virgins.
Hey,
not the whole.
I do it with a broad stroke.
Yeah, man. I know you're a broad stroke, brother. I know this here, man. But it is. I can guarantee you this, man. It is not the whole Israel who are saying that there. You know what I mean?
Hebrew Israelites. I didn't say Israel. Hebrew Israelites. You know, that's a particular group.
Yes. Okay. Well, if you want to be particular in that respect, then even within the Hebrew Israelites, all of them ain't saying that. That they got
all of them say fuck Israel.
Nah. You got ones with sense, man. You got brothers who got sense.
Because when I say you're not a Hebrew Israelite, you know what they say? Oh, your ass dumb. Fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. My teacher, they turn it to the Sunday people. My pastor said we Hebrew Israelites. What the fuck? You listening to your pastor? That's cool, but your pastor wrong. Your pastor told your ass go start doing Christmas and Easter and all this other stuff.
Bunnies laying eggs and shit.
So when your pastor tell you you're a Hebrew Israelite, look, number one, Hebrews was baptized in the wilderness. What do baptism represent? Let's see if we doctrinal equals here. What do baptism represent? Romans 6.
Pardon?
The death and the resurrection. You go in the water, you come out the water. You go in the water, you kill the old man. When you come out the water, it's a new man. So when Hebrews was murdered, put in the water, and then they came out on the other side, they was Israelites. Hebrews got murdered in the wilderness. They got buried. That's what death and resurrection, buried and risen, is what baptism is all about. So when in 1 Corinthians 10, they tell you that the Hebrews or them Israelites, or however you want, them people back there in the wilderness was baptized, that tell you that the Hebrew died and the Israelite rose. But the Hebrew Israelite community can't teach you that shit, because then they're not Hebrew Israelites and they want a Hebrew Israelite nation. Dumb motherfuckers.
All right, then I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna deviate too far.
We're not gonna argue that because
no arguing. Hey, there ain't no argument. No. I just think we'll open it up to a different. We want to stick to the rise, change, and fall of these weirdos.
Well, I done got some of them to say they're not Hebrew Israelites, but the majority of them want to be Hebrew Israelites. Even the old camp I used to deal with, I was like, why the hell are y'all telling people you Hebrew Israelites? Now I asked them to get on YouTube. They got on YouTube. I asked a couple more class. They got on YouTube, but they on YouTube bragging that they the biggest Hebrew Israelite camp in the world. And it's like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, now I see why I had to fight all them Negroes when I started going at the term Hebrew Israelite, because they identify as Hebrew Israelites. What the fuck? I was dumb, deaf, and blind for a minute. But see, the thing is, there are 3 classes that I dealt with in Chicago. I left the one that says they Hebrew Israelites, and I started dealing with the other 2. Now, I don't know about their status. I don't know if they calling themselves Hebrew Israelites or what. But, Negroes is dumb. Hebrew Israelites, that's a thing of the past.
So you missed that, sibling? So when you was doing your huddle thing, you missed out on that element of the quote-unquote conscious community at that point, because information
conscious community.
Pardon?
That's why I found the conscious community, because I found the Amun-Ra squad. In the Amun-Ra squad and all of them that was promoting Tazariak and Polight and Nazi and SETI and all of that is where I found all that stuff at. Then I started saying, that's the community that goes against the Hebrew Israelites.
And what year we're talking now then? So at that point, we're talking 12 then, isn't it?
2010, 11 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started learning. That's why I learned about Sinetta. I found his blog talk radio where he was over there talking to about cheating on his wife with that what's the sister name? It used to be his Real Black Atheist co-host or whatever show that they.
Oh yeah, all right then. Yeah, we'll skip that part. We'll skip that part.
No, the Negro wasn't there. And Sinetta told the whole community open, had them on them, had her on them, making fools of them.
Yeah.
Openly clowning them. Just like, look, I didn't want the Negro at first. I knew he had a woman. Hey, he had that old Baltimore charm. And he did the same thing Malachi Z. York. They started finding out they can get this other stuff as fake ass gods, and they start dibbling and dabbling in shit they have no business.
No business. If you're married already, what the hell are you doing trying to do? You know what I mean?
You disrespecting your wife because you saying she ain't handling business at home.
Exactly.
She ain't giving head of her power. You ain't that good and all that. You got to go out and get some more stuff. All I need is one. I'm like Nas. All I need is one mic. All I need is one woman.
One woman.
If you got vagina, you can go get you some whatever vagina at night. I'm going to be getting the same vagina. And it's going to get better and better. It's like a lollipops. How many licks do it take to get to? How many times it's going to take to get to that maximum orgy or whatever with my wife? because that's mine. And I can tell her to, hey, do a flip and give it to me or whatever. I can have it my way. That's Burger King. That's my way.
Yeah. Sunny side up.
I ain't got to be out trying to find what I like every night because I don't know this. I got some stuff at home that I can make mine the way I want it. When I walk in the room, she already know how to perform because I done told her.
Well, no, not even just that, sibling, because you've had over the period of time and over the physical interactions, you learn and grow, and sometimes you don't even need to say
nothing. I understand all that, but we talking to people that don't know, so I just try to keep, I'm just comfortable.
Man, I know what you're saying. So we start with, so we as you've just elaborated and alluded to and built on the the cheating thing with Onk and all that there. And
all of them are Christians. See, this is the problem. They was Christians before they became these other things. So they believe in marriage. That's why they got these wives, or that's why they got these women pregnant and stayed with them. And then when they learned this other stuff, oh, this broad ain't good enough. Let me what my co-host said. Well, girl that they used to run with James said. Used to run with
I
gotta got an extra wife. He used to clown up about his extramarital affairs, but he went and got him abroad now.
Yeah, okay. So it's hypocritical, isn't it? There's like constant hypocrisy taking place over. So we had that situation. Now, as you just alluded to, now it's the Gregorian year of 2021, and they're openly talking about babe and king, and I got multiple wives and stuff now. Like, what's going on? Man?
They use the pimp language because that's what they doing. They pimping these hoes. Pimping and hoeing is the oldest ass been. Gon' be 8Ball and MJG. Gon' be T.I. and this and that. Hey, let's do it. Let's get a room. Let's go out of town or whatever. Do the pimp thing. If you pimping these hoes, pimp them. People love Bishop Dunn Magic One. People love that man for pimping hoes. The community have no problem with the pimping hoes. We done watched the Mac and all of this shit. We have been
conditioned
and conditioned to love the pimp. So if you out here pimping these hoes, go ahead and do it. Be too short.
Hey, but the difference is, I like what you're doing here, Carl, because too short, you see Dolomite. You see,
if you pimping, just say you pimping.
Exactly. This is the whole thing.
Right over there.
Yes.
And that's the rest of my hoes. You done seen it on movies and stuff. Oh, your daddy used to be a pimp. Your mama was his vitamin and stuff. And that. Hey, this is not taboo ass conversations.
No, it is not.
No more. But if you did what was legit in the black community, you wouldn't be touching the children. If you out here pimping these hoes and flipping pussy every day, what the fuck you doing touching the children?
Max, listen, I don't even listen. That don't even make no damn sense, man. I'm not even gonna try and get into the psyche of why these weirdos are doing that.
Like, you got some of the baddest hoes there is, and you out here busting nuts in front of this young girl, putting it all in her face and everything. How the hell did you do that? Who the hell set you up? What happened to your brain to make you go crazy?
Well, look.
Now, you can take me to court if you want to, but
look.
Reported your ass was busting nuts in that young girl's face.
That's a horrible thing to even picture. But look, let's rewind time, and many people already have, when he sat down with the
Zion Lex.
No. Well, yeah, okay. And that was very uncomfortable.
The conscious community is preaching to the community that it's okay to rape your babies. You can rape young ladies. That's Napatala, whatever that garden utensil name is that Sinetta messing with, she promoting rape in the community. So when you say Sinetta is not responsible for Polight doing what he's doing, he sat down with Zion Lex. I played the audio last night. Him and Zion Lex was debating, and they were saying the Bible says it's cool to rape.
Oh, that's what they're trying to promote. Yeah. He's trying to promote that.
The Bible says cool to rape. So when they was messing with GMS back when the debate Kim on trial went in and they was trying to condemn them, no, they didn't took on the Hebrew Israelite ways. If she bleeding, she can get stuck. That's what they teaching people now.
But that's
so
wrong.
When these young girls come up,
but that's incorrect, Israel, and you know it. Everyone knows.
I taught against it a couple weeks back. When the young girl come up raped or pregnant because she bleeding now, you can thank Sinetta for teaching the community. If she bleeding, you can get it. And as Polight asked the stupid ass GMX Hebrew Israelites, if the God of Israel put a spirit on you to rape his daughter, is it wrong? Because God put the spirit on you to rape his daughter. And if God say rape him, why the hell you ain't raping him?
Israel, who on earth are following these weirdos?
The silly ass audience.
You got,
silly, that's cool. But if you're the silly ass audience, you know you the one following these stupid motherfuckers.
You got GMS Amsterdam. Unfortunately, this kind of mindset and teaching isn't just locally to the wilderness of North America. They've exported that weird doctrine all the way over to flipping the Netherlands, and you got those weirdos out there trying to promote the same thing.
They raping your daughters. Let her ass start bleeding, she gonna get raped. And you can't stop her from starting bleeding. She gonna bleed one day because it's the woman nature. Once she start bleeding, she open season for them niggas. The spirit of God might come up on them and tell them to rape your daughter. What the fuck? But see, this is what Layla Wells was trying to deal with, but she didn't do it right. Number one, when she found out that her son took a picture to murder the boy, Bambaataa told him he wanted him to take care of that boy because Dave West from Noisy Vice told her and starred everybody. He wrote it in the article. That's what highlighted the shit to me because I went and read that article. And I said, oh, Bambaataa wanted him. And next thing I know, he was on Queen's Flip talking about how he took a picture to murder the boy, assassinate the boy, so he wouldn't tell his story. And everybody say, Israel, your ass be looking in the shit too deep.
No. Listen. They're telling on themselves. You see, when we was just building on snitching, this is self-incrimination. What is the fascination? I mean, I can understand why, the youngsters, the millennials are kind of
God mindset.
Nah, man, forget all of that fool.
It's called a theocracy. You know what a theocracy is, right?
Yes.
You got a theocracy. The Pharaoh used to be the god king of Egypt. Sitting on the throne. He's the god king. When you the king, you just like the slave master. You see one of those wenches, as they used to call them. When you see one of the peasant girls and you say you want that, y'all have seen it in the Iron Mask and stuff. You tell her to come up to your room. You can have it. That's why David looked over there at Bathsheba and said, whoa, I'm going to get that. And because he was the king of Israel, he got it. And then he's supposed to have been a righteous king, though. So he said, hey, I got to do some devilment to get myself out of this because I wasn't supposed to have it. But he was the king and he could do whatever the fuck he want. So who gonna come up against the king if I go over here and sleep with this man's wife? Okay, it might get stupid. Go kill the man then. We ain't got to worry about it. She ain't got no husband no more. This mine now. That's what polygamy does to the community. If you knew that you can only have one woman, you wouldn't lust for the other woman. But when you can say, I can have all of them.
Whoa. Let me stop you there, Israel. Let me stop you there. When you got that, listen, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and in theory, that sounds dope. But I don't think all married men don't have lustful thoughts over women, and it's always going to happen. It's the nature of men, unfortunately.
Man, if I have a lustful thought and I got a woman over there, I'm going to get that woman. I'm not thinking about that other woman no more. The hell with that. My tempers just rise to say I need some. And I wanted that because it looked like it was good. But I already got some over here.
Yes.
That's like y'all hear me. I be saying I'm ordering stuff and going to the. If I got food in the refrigerator, I just throw that shit in the microwave. I don't need to go to the store. I got what I need at home. Mm-hmm. If you got a wife, you got what you need at home.
Yeah.
She ain't sucking. Get her to start sucking. Whatever you think the other woman can do, that's what Janet Jackson said in different females that make this music. Treat me like the other woman, because sometimes you don't want to treat your wife like she's the whore. But you want a whore. And you got a wife, not a whore. But you don't want to treat your wife like she's a whore. You might have to treat that wife like she's the very whore that you want. So you won't go out and commit to sex. You might role play, call your wife a whore.
Hey,
even though she's a virtuous woman. If you're going to get dirty, don't do it right. It's a certain thing is doing wrong right.
Yes, Carl's teaching, boss. Carl is teaching, man.
See, that's why I say I seek stuff to be open. I'm not trying to hide nothing from the Lord. He know if I want to treat this woman like a whore, treat my wife like a whore. So I'm going to do what I got to do to satisfy my needs so I won't go out and do no stupid shit. If you want a little girl, tell your wife to go in there and shave that shit off her tail.
Oh, yeah, stop now, bro. Let's stop. Just stop right now. Just stop right now. Hey, I got one for you. You've mentioned his name twice, and I want to get some more clarity on this here. Minister, aka Dr. Inky. Like, what?
Oh, yeah. Polight, partner in crime. But see, Inky got daughters and children.
Exactly.
I met them in Atlanta. They was at the debate. Inky got children. Inky got children. Now, what that mean, I don't know, but he do got children. So he may know and he may not know, but why would he protect people that's hurting children and he got children? Because he's taking them children right there along with them people. You know how Red Pill said his son used to be in that Afrika Bambaataa stuff, and I hope they ain't never did it. You got children that's in this stuff with you. You didn't either protected them or not. And you got to think, this nigga been touching my child? He touching children. Have he touched my child? Now you got to go have this conversation with the child. Nigga been touching on you? That's why I had the sister over here promoting her book about touching children and stuff. You didn't see that show, did you?
No. You know how BoobTube is. They don't be throwing out them damn notifications and stuff.
Well, you be popping up for everything else. I was just asking.
You know what it is? You see what it is with that, though? It's just by chance, man. I just see you live and I'm like, raw. And it's the times, you know, when you go in live, that's the times I'm normally rising.
It's all good. I ain't holding it against you.
All right, come on, sibling. I know that there, man. I'll peep it, though. I'll go back in the archives and peep that there. So what's the kid? So you're saying that he was protecting it as well?
I don't know. But if he knew, it's most definitely he didn't come out and say nothing.
Well, when was the last time they were together? Because they haven't been together recently, have they?
You never know. See,
well, in the public eye,
there's an offline life and there's a public life.
Exactly.
You may not have seen them in the public together, but Inky and Polight runs neck to neck with each other.
Well, based upon his recent statements on Moorish World TV.
Oh, Taharka Bay
with the energy.
The Grand Sheik.
Whoa. So wait a minute. So you're saying that
you know Taharka Bay had a Grand Sheik that was a pedophile?
Oh, I thought you were saying that he himself was one of those weirdos.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know what he do. But he had a Grand Sheik. This is him and Michael Edwards back in the day. See, Michael Edwards was a mercenary for Sinetta. And most of the shit that Sinetta didn't want to do to people, he put Michael on their ass. Get him, Michael. And Michael tell all the dirt and do all the shit. And Sinetta be quiet. You don't know Sinetta snitching because he ain't the one telling it. He put it in Michael Edwards' hands and other people's hands. 10 toes, go tell this shit. Go do this. Go against Star. Go against Hassan. Do all this. So I ain't got
Carl, who's 10 toes? Who the hell's that? I ain't even.
Well, that's his cousin. But
okay.
10 toes down in the Urban Dictionary means a person that's in a position to give head.
What?
So since this dude said he's 10 toes down, he's saying he's in a position to give head. Look it up, Urban Dictionary.
I don't look at that shit right now. You mean Farigidi?
The Urban Dictionary, that's one of the definitions.
If
you're 10 toes down, you're in a position to give head. And that call himself 10 toes down. He's in a position to give head. I didn't call him homosexual and all of that over here.
So
he act like he wanted to debate. He came in this community saying he wanted beef with me. That nigga don't start shit with me or say nothing about me. Cause see, once again, y'all hate me and you don't want to give me no position. If you talk shit about me, I'm gonna fuck you up. And when I fuck you up, you just gave me my position, so they don't fuck with me. And forgive my language and stuff.
No, don't worry.
I'm talking to the audience. I'm a customer ass people. I believe in getting the message out and talking to you in a way where you can accept the message.
Oh, shit.
Like Tupac and Lauryn Hill say, sometimes I say fuck to get you deeper into the shit. Because if I don't talk to you in the language that you familiar with, you like, this nigga is a stick in the mud. I don't like his conversation. Okay. I'm going to give you fucks and some bitches and some hoes and all of them.
Mix it in and thing. I make a mix and blend. I know what you're saying. Hey, so sibling.
I'm trying to explain it to him.
I'm
not a dirty, no good ass Hebrew Israelite, but I do get dirty.
I've just done a rudimentary Google search, and it says I'm going to give two definitions. The first thing that comes up, the very, very first thing that comes up, it says Urban Dictionary defines it to be slang committed to something, to devote 100 of your support towards a thing, which I am in an atmosphere on self, depreciating vices, celebrated, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's what everybody accepts, because that's probably the first definition.
But
you got other definitions.
Here we go. Let me flow, man. Let me go, sibling. Let me go. So then the next one I got, which is the third one, which is on urbandictionary.com, says, on your knees, being in the position to suck a dick can be abbreviated as TTD. Hey, what? That
nigga running around with penitentiary terms that in the pen, it means you in a position to suck dick. They put the fucking hat on Run Savage. And Run Savage don't know that 10 toes mean you in a position to suck dick.
Whoa.
See, these people playing mind games with people because you don't do no research. If you don't research the shit, you don't know what 10 toes down means.
That's disturbing, that is.
Where you're dealing with a community that's into sexual perversion. And you're not looking for the sexual perversion, but you know you're in a community that's full of sexual perversion. So when a nigga running around is scared to say his government name, but give you some slangology that says he in a position to suck dick, Then what do you do?
Maybe
But
right then.
everybody promoted this nigga. Kwame Brown promoted him. Star promoted him. Sinetta promoted him. Everybody promotes the nigga that's in a position to suck dick based on the definition of the Urban Dictionary. Thank you for reading it.
All right then. I'm gonna play Righteous Advocate. Yes, you know I gotta throw this one out. So I did read the first one, and the first one did say being 100% devoted, supporting to
Sucking dick. That's what that shit. You 100% devoted to sucking dick because you got to deal with the third one. But yeah, go ahead, talk. My bad.
That's okay. All right then. So I'm not even. So you're saying that's one of son that is like blood family or something?
Yeah, that's in a position to suck dick. Yeah, that's another cousin. But see, he came in the community, said he wanted beef with me. Oh yeah, well, me and you got beef now. Well, let's beef. I ain't seen a nigga take a shot at me yet. He want to act like he don't even want to acknowledge me, but you came in the community with my goddamn name in your mouth like you wanted beef with me. My life is full of beefing. I keep telling people my mama was going to dump my ass out on the abortion table. Doctor said that boy too far gone. And ever since then, when I got out the womb, I fucked my mama belly up. She was messed up for a whole year or whatever. Still had stitches when I was 18. My coming into this world was very fucked up. And ever since I've been in this world, my life has been somewhat fucked up. I didn't have to fight all through life. So this shit ain't nothing new to me. I was born into this shit. I had a stroke, but I think the Lord did that to slow me down. Because like I said, if I had my physical abilities, I probably would have been in New York by now. I probably would have seen these niggas in the flesh by now. Because I didn't have the financial ability to do it. But I didn't have my mobile ability and stuff. I'm not finna go to New York and let niggas kill me. But see, Sinetta didn't offer me to come to New York. You can come to New York and this and that.
Hey.
My nephew said, you ain't gonna go up there and let them niggas kill you, are you? Because he like, I know your dumb ass, you will probably go up there and entertain the shit. See, those that know me know me. They know I say fuck it, and next thing you know, I be in the midst of some bullshit because I just said fuck it. So the Lord gave me a stroke and took my physical abilities because he know my mental abilities would take me there. Once that Colonel man come out, I don't know what the fuck to do no more. I'm ignorant. I'm not spiritual minded. I'm not thinking spiritually. I'm thinking eat a nigga heart, and I know you ain't supposed to eat no heart, but I'm in some savage shit now. So the Lord fixed my ass. He told me, hey, go sit down.
Slow your ass down, man.
Take this stroke. Sit down and be humble, boy, because your ass is not humble.
Hold that.
He know me too good.
Of course,
that's why he gave me a stroke, to calm my ass down. Because like I told y'all, if y'all seen the Colonel man that I try to kill daily, y'all would be amazed. Y'all would be like, that's how much the Bible didn't change my life. Because if I wasn't dealing with this Bible, there'd be a lot of dead Negroes out here. Because I have those skills. I have those skills to get into places I shouldn't be and do shit that I shouldn't do. I have those skills. And y'all don't believe it because y'all ain't seen it.
And we
that's why niggas do the stupid shit and test it. And I be like, look, y'all, don't pick me to kill you. If you want to die, go pick that nigga over there. Because picking me, it might get what you want. If you ask for it, you might get it. Well, let me quit talking like that before they have my ass back in jail.
I was just gonna say the same thing, Stephen. Let's just turn the stove down a little.
We got to get this nigga into Cook County again because we got to try to kill this nigga. He's a problem. He's a monster.
You already know the thing, man. You already know. So, House of Consciousness. What should it have been? What should the platform, which, you know, so many people over the years have given their
what
intellectual.
Khalil Money had, what Khalil Muhammad had. What was he doing for the children? What was that thing New York City raided and stuff, and they had the big ass fight and stuff?
Huh? Khalil Muhammad? What you talking about? Who's that?
Sinetta teacher.
Khalid Muhammad.
Khalid, my bad. Ever since that federal agent nigga came around, I get the name mixed up. But that's Sinetta teacher too. So hey,
he's
Dr. Muhammad, the one Farrakhan kicked out the nation and stuff.
Yeah.
At the Million Youth March, he was about the youth. These niggas fucking the youth now. What you think he would be saying about these niggas fucking with the youth?
I think he would be very disappointed in regards to what Frankie's doing now, because it's sheerly entertainment which is being brought forth. It's folly, it's cussing, it's fussing, it's dirty laundry being aired. I think
he would have ran down on the nigga and killed his ass.
He would have yoked him up if he was still around, man. I don't think
he come from them biblical terms and times where it say, get rid of that nigga, you get rid of the problem. Long as that nigga around, it's a problem. You get rid of that nigga and you bury the problem.
He wouldn't listen. He would have had some serious talkings before he before Polight.
He would have smacked the nigga around and like I said, what a grave at.
Whether he smacked him around or not, I think there would have been some correction done if you know. And again, Rice in Paradise to Khalid.
Yeah, they weren't running around. Excuse the language, James Small and Leonard Jeffries and all y'all. Respect y'all as elders, but y'all been acting like bitches when it come to this shit. The elders quiet. Queen of Four ass ain't said shit. You don't know what the elders in the Kemetic community got to say. They wanted to bring Polight ass up and talk in the back. Because, see, they don't like to do the public shit. They don't want to take a private business in public. But they feel some kind of way back there. That's why they don't fuck with Sinetta like that. And they don't fuck with that conscious community like that.
Are you referring to when Red and Blue Pill were talking about the council? Bringing Polight up on that council?
But man, I mean, what I said, I don't think I alluded to that, but the elders don't fuck with Sinetta. That's what I'm trying to say. And they've been acting like bitches, like they ain't got shit to say. We just said the man that's dead now would have stepped up like a man and said, what the fuck y'all doing touching these children? I got a million motherfuckers marching through the city and shit trying to protect the children, and y'all bitch ass out here touching the children. But see, them other people ain't for the children. You don't see them got a million motherfuckers flooding the streets of New York.
So what's the game then? Like, is this ego thing? This is just ego and money? Is it? That's what it comes down to, and lower shelf.
Who got the biggest dick in the conscious community? That's what it comes down to. Who can piss the furthest? It's all carnal.
Yeah.
It has no spiritual backing. See, Kemet philosophy talks about when you die. That's why you do the Mayat shit, and when you die, you don't get put in the belly of that crocodile over there. But they don't like to talk about the afterlife. Them motherfuckers want they stuff now in this life. And it's all carnal, so you don't deal with nothing spiritual. They neo-pagans. And when you deal with them and fuck with them, you fucking with pagans. Khalil Money already told you about the goddess religion. We know Tahuti ass got locked up because he was holding that paradigm now. But
whoa. Before you continue, because let's if we're gonna do the universal build, we gotta shed light on the brother Tahuti.
Tahuti, but go ahead, ask the question.
Now, do you recall pre him moving out, going over to the West Coast?
Yeah, I didn't see. I know who he was over there with.
All right, then. So, do you remember? The video is no longer available, but do you remember people talking about?
He did a video on the West Coast at somebody's house, and he was saying I want to debate you. This is when he debated Ali Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't getting Natural Tahuti to debate. And Natural Tahuti like, look, I am one of the leaders of the community basement. I'm one of them niggas. Why you won't give me the debate? They don't want me to make money. They trying to fuck me over and all of that.
Okay, thank you.
That's why he went to the West Coast.
Thank you.
Traveling his ass back to the East Coast, he supposed to have some drugs and shit and got locked up. But the brother, what's that? He's a Muslim dude. He used to want to have beef with me and Divine and stuff, but I told him, hey man, calm your ass down. You don't want no beef with me.
And he's Muslim.
Yeah. Some no-name dude that Sarnetta was bigging up at the time.
I can't
think.
think.
From North Carolina or whatever, though. I can't think of his name right now.
I can't. Not that old, the old gentleman, the son of man, not that geezer.
No, he a young cat. He was about 23 or something back then.
And he was a Orthodox, NOI Muslim or what? What kind of Muslim? Sunni Muslim, Shia? What?
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't know.
think his last name was Muhammad or whatever. But see, look, he called into the show though, and he said Tahuti was finna tell on Polight ass before he got locked up. Tahuti was trying to set up the debate and shit so he can talk about Polight robbing motherfuckers in the community. And see, Sarnetta them knew that Tahuti was finna tell on Polight ass. But next thing you know, Tahuti in jail and may not ever get out.
For some craziness, man. And as you've said, he's there looking, he wants lectures, you know, he wants to get on his lecture circuit and, you know, leave his former life and produce content and information. And he was the one who was pushing that black woman was God thing. And he was, you know.
This is what people don't know about the conscious community. That's why I told them. See, once I got off of Blog Talk and started dealing with this YouTube stuff. See, when they was doing the Kim on trial, Nasi came to my platform, Reggie came to my platform. What's that nigga that used to run around with Cesariat? He came. A bunch of people used to come to my platform. Because my platform is the back door into the conscious community. Well, if y'all know it or not, that's why James, that's why shit, Ruler of Money and all them motherfuckers been over here. Before you seen them anywhere else, they came to this platform and paid homage first.
I like the way you say that.
They came and paid homage on this platform first. Y'all don't know that. But see, this is how I learned the community. Because when you start dealing with these people, you find out what type of assholes you dealing with.
Yes.
See, Inky done been over here, but Inky tried to play like he was a smart ass and stuff because he ain't like me because I be going that polite ass. But because of my brother that asked me to do the interview, I let the nigga over. I had no problem with him in that sense that I wouldn't interview him. I interviewed Michael Edwards' bitch ass. But this is how I learn people in the community. They talk shit about me. Ali Muhammad, you know the dude over there with the big gray beard and shit. Niggas act like they don't know me or know my name.
Ali Muhammad's got a big gray beard now.
No, me.
Oh, sorry.
You see my big ass gray
You said no, but simply you said Ali Muhammad in the straight after you said big gray beard. I'm thinking, what?
No, he went on Sarnetta TV and he was talking about me, and the only way he could come up with something to say was I used to have a big long gray beard.
Okay.
So when they said the big long gray beard, motherfucker said, "Oh, you talking about Israel Doctrine ass?" Because he was talking about me. They don't like to say my name, but they be talking about my ass a lot.
But why would that don't make no sense? Ali Muhammad, he does the Morris science shit, the MST shit, and the little bit of health and law
but
shit.
He was having conscious community conversation, and since I was around the community, he brought my ass up.
Okay.
See, you can't have conscious community conversation and not say call. They done made flyers over there and put me on the flyers. And then Sarnetta said, nah, that nigga not a part of the conscious community. But a lot of people don't know. They get confused. That's why I think they back there signing my name on paperwork. They got my name and my what you call it, like you say, the more stuff, what you call it, they got my capital name.
It's straw man.
They got my straw man, they fucking with it. I'm not a part of the conscious community. Just because I deal with that motherfucker don't mean I'm a part of that motherfucker.
So you're
I never signed my name on any organizational shit. I'm not an organizational man. I created my own organization. The Israel of God, the mixed multitude of church. Y'all see that shit. I created that. If I need to be a part of an organization, I'll be a part of my own stuff. I ain't a part of no other organizations, but they robo-signing my name in the back, saying I'm a part of some shit that I'm not a part of. Oh, they play dirty, man. They think they smart. They think they can outsmart me.
So Frankie always uses the phrase chess, not checkers. But it baffles me for someone to be such an alleged astute chess player. It doesn't show in his actions, i.e., the setups and the editing, the clever editing of the videos that make people look a certain way.
I fucked that nigga up. See, I let him play me in chess. He beat me like 11 times. I gave him 11 games because, see, it's not a big thing to me that you beat me in chess. While you beat me, I'm learning your game.
Your game? Yeah, I know.
So I give you games. I need to play you 11 times to learn how you think and shit. It's a methodology to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him 11 games. I gave him the heart to think that he can beat me. And that nigga think he can beat me. He's an Aries, I'm an Aries. He think he burned holler than me. He think he's bigger, badder than me.
He's older though, right, sibling?
Hell yeah, he older. I might look 100 or something, but I'm only 44. That nigga in his 60s.
This is it, man. This is the flipping thing.
But this the thing. He can't beat me. He's not. You old generation side. Now, you might be able to beat them Aries up back in that day, but you can't fuck with this new millennium Aries. You can't fuck with me. And I just showed him that. I showed people the Israel Doctrine Revenge video this morning where he told me I won and he didn't want it with me no more. But I wouldn't give him the pleasure of saying, okay, I bow down after you done told me that. Now you can run over me. I still told him, I said, thank you for telling me that. That's all I needed to hear. Fuck what you want. I ain't getting you shit. You gave me what I want. It's over with. But see, he ain't fit. He never felt that defeat before. See, when I gave him them chess games, he felt like he was big, man. He was the man. But when I beat his ass and had him over here squabbling like a little hoe, he never felt that before. See, he got a different type of respect for me than other niggas. Because, see, I wasn't supposed to ever be on this platform no more. But that nigga let me on the platform. He do all that shit. He'll call my platform and try to throw me some shit. And this and that, because he think I'm his friend. No, I'm cool with everybody. I'm a servant of God. I love all men and try to live peaceful with all men. But when you want some war with me, that's when my colonel man kick in, and that nigga's a goddamn nut.
Hey,
so he called my phone talking about he gonna pull up in front of my house. I told him I'm gonna come out and shoot his ass and kill him live on camera and come back in my house and act like nothing happened. Come on in front of my house. Come on. And that nigga said, hey, I'm in New York City the next day. He called in and said he back in New York. Because that threat about coming to my house got met with that same mentality. Come on to the house, nigga. I'm going to lay your ass down in these streets, and then we're going to see how big and bad you are. I ain't Hassan Campbell.
Oh, man. You know what needs to take place? all this tough talking and all this stupid shit. I'll beat you up. It's on site and all this stupid shit. Listen. Man just needs to sign some paperwork, commit to a date, Go to a gym and put in that damn
We
work,
had
man.
that conversation through Star when Star had Sinetta and her son for Thanksgiving and shit, and they was talking and they weren't gonna do the shit. I told Sinetta and I told her son, I'm willing to take y'all niggas on. Y'all scared to fight each other. I'll fight you niggas. That's when I still had my limbs and shit acting right. I hadn't had the blood clogging shit in my head. I was still, but I don't have no problem getting beat up. That's what happened when you fight. You either fuck a nigga up or he fuck you up.
Exactly. There's one or two ways it goes.
Surrender. I've been fighting all my life, and most asses I whoop. Sometimes I got my ass whooped.
Yeah, man, you gotta take some of them L's sometimes, man. That's what
That's all in fighting.
Yeah.
That's UFC, all of that. I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
I compete. Sometimes you get beat.
This is
And what you learn in getting beat is bring your ass back
Yep.
and take that nigga ass on again. So I have no problem getting knocked out.
But the point is, they ain't got no heart. They ain't gonna do that there. It's just talk. They ain't gonna physically.
Gun talk in America now. See, all this gangster rap shit, this thug rap shit produce guns. And so now niggas want to say, I want to shoot you. Well, I used to listen to Scarface, and he was talking about how drug dealers did certain shit and killed this man, and he had to go in his house and kill him. And he tried to make it to his shit, but he didn't have it loaded. So he told him, hey, next time, make sure your shit loaded. Because you don't go out here and do shit and don't have courage at the house loaded up, ready to respond to a nigga. My eldest brothers, over 65 years old, he told me when I was young, like 14 in California, he told me there's no need to be afraid of shit. So I say I'm afraid and fearful sometimes, but my brother told me there's no need to be afraid. If you got a problem and you feel fearful, go buy you some courage. That gun, as T.I. said, 145 and I'm out of your weight class. Go get a 45 and you won't be scared of these niggas no more. You'll be out of their weight class. And when they come up, then you can be George Zimmerman.
Fuck all that shit, simply. Now, see that this is the American mentality coming out here talking with this gunplay thing.
I mean, I'm for fighting. I'm from the old school. I got to tell motherfucker, I ain't even got no phone now because it's messing up. But when I grew up, there was no phone.
And it phone boxes.
Old school. I used to come from school every day. It's a tree. Every day we would go to that tree and fight. And 9 out of 10, I was the nigga fighting every day at that tree.
The spots.
So I don't have no problem with fighting. That's I grew up doing that shit. When I came to Arkansas, I didn't know what fighting was. Nigga punched me in my goddamn mouth. I said, what the fuck? Oh, I gotta fight these Negroes. But see, I used to fight with my cousins and nieces and nephews because I'm from the second generation, but I'm from the first. But I was born with the second generation because I'm that young. I'm the youngest of my generation. So I used to fight with their ass all the time. I just never fought outside of the family. And when the nigga punched me in the mouth and I had to realize, I mean, you got to fight these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I whooped my first ass, and my partner said, man, you whoop his ass, you whoop all their ass. I became a bully then. I would run around and whoop a nigga ass so quick. What you say?
What you say? What you say, Leon?
We could be sitting down in school doing something, nigga say the wrong shit, pop up so quick and be on his ass. We fighting. It's nothing to me. I'm an old man now. I got a gray ass beard. I sound from the old school club now. Now your ass shot or shank, nigga. Fuck with me. I done had a stroke. I most definitely ain't finna get into that.
You ain't squabbing. You ain't squabbing in the state that you in now. So I totally hear that, man. I totally hear that.
Your ass gonna get shot or shank. Shit, we gonna get it in though. I'm not running from shit.
Hell
That's
no.
why I told them niggas when they was threatening my life, them Zulus and Layla and all them motherfuckers, I told them, send your lawyers, send your killers, it don't matter. Whatever fight y'all want, I'm prepared for the fight. I still have my physical abilities, though. I don't have them now. So I get a little scared now. I see the motherfuckers come from me now. Hey, do I got the strength to hold a gun up? Do I got what it takes to go to war with these niggas? I got to reassess my fighting strategy.
Indeed. You got to get a smaller biscuit sibling. You got to have that big Australia wave around, you know.
Hey, I just got to do shit by any means necessary.
For sure. So where as we wind this here build down, where do we see the future? What's the future for Filthy Frank?
Doctrine taking over. See, people think all this shit is over with, and that I done laid down and stuff. Because I have pretty much laid down. Like I said, I got to re-strategize. I got to take assessment of what they went on, and I got to figure out a new way to do this shit. When I was hit with the slap case, I didn't know what the fuck that was. When I found out what it was, I said, these motherfuckers is smart. They got me up in court. Bitch trying to get me put in Cook County and let them O-Block niggas from Chicago kill me.
Whoa. Bring some contextuality to that, sibling. What do you mean? Why would the O-Block niggas...
Hey, look, listen. Layla Well got family in O-Block, right?
Oh, okay.
She tried to get me locked up in Chicago on false charges, which she did get me locked up on some false charges. And I moved from the county house or whatever I ain't the jailhouse nigga, so I don't know what this shit called. But they tried to move me from the
central booking kind of thing.
Yes, from central booking to the Cook County. In Cook County, the plan was to kill me. I got bonded out, though. I had to call my family and be like, hey, y'all ass need to pay this bond because these motherfuckers trying to get me behind these walls and kill me. So they paid the bond. So I didn't make it to population. If I made it to the population, then Layla Wells with her street connections up in Chicago, or JoJo Capone with street connections up in Chicago, they were trying to take my life.
I didn't sibling, but okay, yeah, that's all gravy. But that's you grew there still. You got some links in the Shire. So couldn't you call some folk?
I ain't got no links in the in Cook County.
You got links with GD or Folk Nation or nothing like that?
Listen, I don't have no links with none of that shit. Nigga, it was open season on my ass if I would have made it to the county. I'd have had to stand with my back against the wall and go for what I do.
Yeah, any though. But listen, all praise to the Most High, as you say, you got bonded out of that situation.
Right. I'm an Israelite. I don't know about too many Israelites in Cook County. I don't know about in the jailhouse. I don't know about this shit. I don't have those street ties. See, in Chicago, they call me a neutron. I'm a neutron. I'm neutral. That's the worst thing you can be in gang area, a neutron. Because everybody affiliated, but your ass ain't affiliated.
So you should be cool though, ain't it, right? Logically.
No. If this gang is after you, where your gang is? Hold up, listen. That's how Negroes start being gang members in America. I stay on this block, and I'm over here at war with these niggas. I might as well join up with these niggas over here to go to war with them. So they GD and they BD. I'm going to be GD and get at these BD asses, and I got a gang with me now.
But Israel, why would you be warring with those other niggas if it's just you and your tuddy on your lonesome? Why would you want to...
I'm on with the conglomerate, the Zulu Nation. Layla Wells is part of the conglomerate. I was at war with her. She was trying to get me killed. And no one wants to... Look, the story is nobody wants to stand by me to fight the Zulu Nations, to ask the question, what happened to the boy? I was all by myself. No family, no friends. Dollar was there. Nerd was there. But they weren't in Chicago, Cook County to protect my ass when them niggas was trying to kill me.
What happened to that boy?
So, once again, there's no love for me. These niggas hate me enough that they will let their famous conscious community hero rape their children.
So what you say? Okay, then. So you're saying not going then. So trial's gonna take place, verdict's gonna be read, and we're just gonna continue with this folly.
But see, the problem is, did Polight rape the woman's daughter? That's an allegation that went out there, and everybody run with that allegation. But did Polight rape the woman's daughter? What did he particularly do to the woman's daughter?
Well, the term, the phraseology is rape, but in essence, it's three separate charges, isn't it? It's delinquency of a minor, it's sexual inappropriate, touching or whatever, with a minor, and again something sexual with.
It's just like we talked before the show, though, right? I learned English from people who learned English from silly ass white folks that didn't know how to speak the Queen English. That's why I told you don't be hitting me with that Queen English and that verbiage and stuff, because I know you speak this shit better than me. But when you talking in America, you're not gonna say sexual inappropriate and all of that. Stupid motherfuckers just gonna use blanket ass street terms. He raped the girl. So that you're falsifying the information in the community. They won't even take what Tasha K said, that he was busting nuts all in the face and shit. So once again, what did he actually do to the girl? Well, remember, he did not rape the girl. Well, so why is everybody running around talking about he raped the 14-year-old?
Because that's for the sibling. You already know what it be, man. The majority of these people.
But I'm saying we're dealing with very legal sensitive information.
Yeah. Listen,
and
we know.
If you tune into this conversation, it's the same shit that happened to me. Let me tell you from my perspective, what could happen to you. It's called a slap case, a strategic lawsuit against public participation. So your ass can get out here and participate in this conversation if you want to. But if you don't use the proper legal terminology, like your ass sitting on that bitch in court, your ass could be in court on that bitch. Using the wrong terminology and shit, saying he raped the girl.
Exactly.
He didn't rape the girl. He didn't have sexual intercourse with the girl, so it wasn't rape. At most, he bust a nut in her face. What do you call that? What is the English terms over there with y'all proper speaking?
Well, no. Legally, as I said, that's sexual delinquency, in it, man. That's sexual contact with a minor.
I guess that's the Queen's terminated.
You know what I mean? Like, but you're right. But as you're highlighting, people are not necessarily utilizing their brains fully.
It's cool. Y'all ain't gotta like me. I just protected y'all, dumbass. Stop saying he raped the girl. He did not have sexual intercourse and raped the girl. This the same shit I was telling you with her son. Stop using this terminology and start using this terminology, because this shit is gonna protect you, and that shit gonna have your ass in court in somebody's jailhouse.
Some people gonna have to learn the hard way, man. You know what I mean? You can't hear, you must feel.
They don't love me, so they can say fuck me. It's all right, I'll be fucked, but I ain't gonna let you fuck me. You can say fuck me. You ain't gotta listen to me.
Hey, sibling, and what's all this talk of men inviting other men to their private parts? What's all that talk about?
That's that young Pharaoh shit and stuff, talking about the weenie stand and everything. That's what niggas do. DMX and all them niggas suck my dick. I ain't the nigga, you can't suck my dick.
And then what?
How disrespectful you get? You can't suck my dick. You don't say that. But men in America love using that terminology and tell other men you can suck my dick. See, it's the gay culture. It's the prison house. It's the sagging pants and shit.
Secretly,
gangsta rap brought to the black urban community.
They brought all that prison fuckery, that sagging, secretly we are gating, and all that weird shit, man. It's terrible, you know, sibling. It's terrible. And there were people at the time saying, yo, this isn't a good thing, you know, this isn't a good thing. But, you know, our era growing up listening to the song.
Trapped in the culture, brother.
Yeah. For shiggity. For shiggity.
But that's what hip hop is. See, people didn't know hip hop started off with gay shit, and people knew that Bambaataa was doing the gay shit with the young boys.
All right, come with it, then. Come with it, because people are going to be saying, well, what do you mean by that, Israel? What do you mean? How can hip hop start with it? Come on, come with it.
Afrika Bambaataa is known as the Amun-Ra hip hop, right? What is Amun-Ra in Kemetic culture and stuff? He's a guy.
Yep.
Right? So like when you watch the Get Down, he was part of the Trinity. That's why I told Battle Truth, you're teaching pedophilia doctrine when you teach the Trinity. That's pedophile doctrine. You know it comes from the Roman Catholic Church, and they known for fucking the children too. Right? So Afrika Bambaataa, this God figure that the white folks blew up in hip hop. His song is like the #1 most sampled song and shit, right? So when we was back here listening to hip hop, breakdancing and graffiti and doing all this shit, and they was creating this culture, they started with a gay, quote unquote, nigga.
No. Listen.
But,
Listen. That was cool. But what I wanted you to give us was the fact that where were the parties held? Where was hip hop actually played? What clubs were they played in?
Disco clubs.
Disco.
I got disco friends, so I don't say disco people is gay as shit.
Oh no, definitely not. But yes, you're right. The 40/40 club. Yeah.
But in the disco era, they was gay as fuck. Some of them back there.
Yeah.
They would get high and they going to Studio 54 and all that shit.
That's it, sorry. Studio 54.
Swinging started. Back in the day, they were swinging and shit.
Yeah.
This is back when Woodstock and shit, and they were smoking drugs, fucking each other.
Free love and all that madness.
Free back there. That shit was free. Hey, I want that over there. The motherfucker go over there and start having sex and stuff. But see, our generation don't know about that. They reintroducing it to this generation.
Yes, sibling.
Facts. See, so like I say, when I was 9 years old, I was introduced to porn. So I've been introduced to sex life for a very long time now. And I indulged myself in that sexual world as a young person. So I learned about glory holes and all that shit. I ain't say I used to do that shit, but I learned about that shit.
Whoa! So, sibling, you had access to glory hole pornography at the age of 9.
Not that point. I said I was learning about that shit because I used to read the magazine. See, I can't read. The only reading material that I ever felt like dealing with was sexual reading material. It's no shame in my game to tell y'all this. I can't read, but I would find sexual reading material and I would try to read the shit. I didn't like those study books and stuff and all that shit.
Yeah.
But my mind was turned on to sexuality. So I tried my best to learn about sexual shit. And when you try to learn, like when I turned 21 and I went to the sex shops, they had glory holes in the sex shop. Because in the sex shop, they be getting down. So I'm just saying, when you deal with this sexual community, you learn certain stuff. You learn that you don't penetrate the woman butthole and then stick it in her vagina. You do something to the woman. You mess her up. You just put poo-poo in her poo-tang. That stuff you got to learn, though. And this generation hadn't been introduced to that stuff. But see, these grown, perverted-ass people is not playing with grown-ups, introducing this stuff to each other. They trying to introduce it to the children.
To the little ones, man.
I didn't have no grown-up showing me porn at 9. It's just the shit was available in the areas that I used to go to. So I would go and somebody say, look, check this tape out. What the fuck is that? Well, you got to rewind it back now because they know where they stopped. They tape it.
Old school.
And so they picture me. They was young like me. I was 9. They was 10. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, sibling. Do you think your early exposure to pornography has damaged you or been negative?
No. It taught me about a world that I didn't need no grown-up to try to tell me that shit. You couldn't tell me about my dick because I was shit jacking off and hey mama, I just bust a nut. What the hell did I do? I didn't know I bust a nut. But I was trying to tell my mama, hey, some shit came out of my shit. She grown, she know what that is. That's how I got here. But I didn't know that shit then.
Yeah. Self-exploration.
I was learning about sexual shit at some 9 years old. But you couldn't take me in the room and fuck me. I didn't see that type of porn of no man fucking a man. I seen men fucking women. And that's what I knew about sex. That's what I was introduced to. And it wasn't children, it was grown ass people. It was white women. So niggas be like, oh, you love the white woman. I've been watching white women getting ran up in ever since I started learning about this shit.
Hey, so you know people are going to say that on top of this now, based upon what you've just been building on, they're going to be saying your proclivity is going to be towards European women.
Shit, ain't nothing wrong with European women. Some of them skinny as hell, but some of them fine, especially in this day and time. They got black women asses on them.
Oh, when you pay for that, yeah. Hey, listen. There's beauty in all nations. Just don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Of course.
Hey, did you hear the name of my organization, the Israel of God, the Mixed Multitude, the Church? I have no problems with all flavors of the rainbow or whatever you want to say. If she got a vagina, she good to go.
Well,
the asshole said, "Do not enter." I don't enter assholes. If she got a vagina, she a woman. She can be my wife. I don't care what nation or nationality she come from.
This is
all of them at some point in time caught my eye, and even heavy set girls.
The BBWs.
I've never had a heavy set woman.
What are you doing, man? Israel, you're missing out, sibling. What are you doing?
I never got drunk enough.
Drunk enough. You can't do this shit like that.
It's like anybody. I have a certain body type and stuff that I like.
Well, like a near lung type.
Whatever. It's different types. I've been attracted to the big woman. I just never said, hey, let's go back here. You know what I'm saying?
I get, yeah.
I just never wanted to sleep with them in that way.
So you did the window shopping, but you didn't actually, take that shit home.
Like I said, I never got drunk enough.
Sibling, you don't need to get drunk to do that, damn man.
I understand all that. I told you I've been dealing with the sexual life since I was 9 years old.
Exactly, man. So you so fucking cherry, man.
The thing is this. You have your preferences, and then to go outside of your preferences, women I'm talking about.
Yes.
You may need a little bit more encouragement. See, back in the day, I used to go to this club called Hollywood. And niggas would go in there, grab a girl, take it to the hotel room. It was nothing. But even if I was attracted to the heavyset women was not my attraction. So it was hard to say, let me get with this heavyset woman for the night. I don't care how horny I was. I just mentally never could go there.
I get you.
Now that I'm grown and I'm older and stuff, I'm like, hey, I get me a heavyset woman. She still got to be attractive.
Come on, that goes without saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, when I was younger, Like, I seen people in the club at night and I'd be like, welcome to the nightlife. Because when I was 10, that's when I got sent to Arkansas when I was 10 years old. When I came down here, I went to my first football game at night. My father used to work at night. He wouldn't be at home. So that night I went to the football game, I never went home. I stayed out all night. I was living the nightlife. So I know about the nightlife. And most people don't let their children go out at night, so their children don't know shit about the nightlife. Next thing you know, they going to the prom and they don't know what the nightlife brings. They out at the prom and somebody screwing them and they don't even know what's going on because they never been out here in the nightlife. They never lived this life. They never seen it. But see, when you have foreknowledge of stuff, you have the ability to deal with it in the proper manner. When you don't have the foreknowledge, then your ass left to someone's interpretation of it. Let me tell you about this, or let me show you shit. And you like, what?
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
I used to be a virgin. The woman that I lost my virginity to, she already had a baby and stuff. She already knew about that stuff.
Yeah,
I lost my virginity to her. In all actuality, she was fucking me. I was fucking her in my mind, but she already had planned.
Yes.
She got my stuff, and she got it. I was like, what the? But that's how I was introduced to the sex life.
Okay.
We was the same age, but she was already sexually mature than me. So like I tell people, I talk about sex. I just don't do it that much because I get real with it. I talk about glory holes and running up in butts and I don't do that stuff, but I know about that explicit ass sex life. That's why they had these baby mamas and they don't really care about me. That's why they killed my children, but they like that nigga, he's sexually the man. But I couldn't keep him with just sex. So hey, I've had a rough life. Yes. But I know about that shit. I've been experimenting with the sexual lifestyle since I was 9.
You heard it here, man.
Don't start hitting me up on Facebook.
Hey, no. Listen, women, you BBW women, hit up Israel Doctrine on Facebook, right? You gotta be, you gotta be well put together.
I'm looking for a wife now. If you ain't wifey material, I already spotted one that I want on Facebook. She used the terminology before that niggas is passive aggressive. See, I'm either passive or I'm aggressive. So I don't want to get aggressive. Because they be like, this nigga aggressive. He all in my inbox talking crazy, talking about he ready to get married and have children and shit. And I be talking about shit that's way over these people's head. They not ready for that. So I'm passive. So I look at her and
Yeah, man, listen. Send the wifey resumes directly to Israel Doctrine. Yeah, heard me.
Carl Albert on Facebook.
Yes, Carl Albert on Facebook. Don't be too explicit. Let's just take this courtship.
Chicago Park in Arkansas. The other niggas, it might be some other Carl Alberts, but it's only one of them.
Exactly.
Park in Arkansas and Chicago, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey, sibling, it's been a universal, insightful, edutaining, unfiltered and raw build, especially the latter part. Trustfully that the siblings and listeners have had.
I can say one thing about your monkey ass. You know how to give an interview because you just talk to me. That's all I tell anybody. If you don't know shit, it's hard to talk to me. But if you know something, we can sit back and talk and it's no problem. People think I'm a madman. I'm wild and crazy, but hey, I just keep it real. How real do you want it? Or how real are you? So that's all we did. It kept a real conversation going.
This is the thing, man. And you know how we do it, man. Exploring the human experience, and your human experience is vast. And as I said, there were a lot of teaching moments and there was a lot of information which trustfully
But
clarity was
my whole thing in this community. Shit that I didn't learn. I don't want other people to go through the shit I had to go through. You know, when Pac said Biggie stole this shit, he wasn't saying Biggie stole his rhyme flow and all of that. Pac said, I told that nigga he learned from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
All this shit that I'm going through in this rap industry, this nigga ain't got to go through it because I tell him about it and how to get past it. That's why he come in this industry and took over, and y'all didn't realize how he did the shit because he learned from my experience. I told this nigga before he went out there, rap to the women's and then bitches by your shit and all the shit Pac said. When you can get the experience from somebody else, that's a wealth of experience. I don't have to get fucked over in the music business because they done told me what to do and how to get to the money. So that's my thing. I try to give y'all my experience so you don't have to do this shit. Yes. That's all we talked about. My experience with the conscious community. And we talked about my goings through and shit. That's why I told y'all, stop saying Polight raped the girl and say he bust a nut on her or whatever. Use the proper terminology before your ass end up in court and you don't realize what happened. There's a such thing called SLIPP, slap. Strategic lawsuit against public participation. Don't get caught up in a slap like I did because I was dumb, deaf, and blind to what it was. And these motherfuckers caught me up in it. And that's all I got to say. After that, I'm shut the fuck up. You got any more questions? I answer.
Listen, that's all. Listen, sibling, is all good. It's getting late here over here in the old UK and dying. So on that note, again, enjoy the builds. Make sure, as I say, you send those wifey resumes straight over there to Carl Albert.
Man, you make cut all this shit out when you load that
up. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell all of the people them to come by, you know, and indulge in this builds. If you're listening to it on the podcast, make sure you leave a 5-star review.
I'm only looking for virtual women, though. You can be big and virtuous. You can be small and virtuous. But if you ain't virtuous, I ain't got no want for you.
You already know the thing. I think that they've got a real good understanding, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some subs over there to the boob tube because they're gonna peep that and think, okay, well, let me see what else is Carl Albert's on before I send the whole resume across and thing. Yeah, no. Yeah.
You gotta be able to have children. You hear me? I didn't mess with hoes that took this semen, but they don't produce no children. I'm 44. I'm looking for children. But nah,
procreation, man. Procreation. You want some little Alberts, man. Listen, the list is getting big, man. The list is getting big, sibling.
Nah, if you got 4 or 5 and you don't want no more, don't come over here talking to me. I might adopt them ones that you got. You know, I believe in that. Woman got children, shit. You take the woman, you take her children, shit. Give them your ass thing. I'm with all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't finna hit me with no 5 babies and can't have them for me because you got your tubes tied. And we ain't finna go through this. Well, let's get the tubes untied. No, you got to be able to have babies. If you've been out there with all these Negroes and you said, hey, I don't want no more children, I don't want your ass really. Sorry, that's just, I don't want that.
Yeah, man, we'll do the filtering process, man. We'll go through the filtering process and get that there sorted out. But as I say, man,
I can talk about this personal shit, man.
Yeah. Don't worry about that, yeah, man. Listen,
I used to love, I don't love like that.
Each one teach 12. Continue to be the best person you can be. You know, be the best person you can be every day. You know, try and learn something new every day. That's it, man. We out. Like 8-track tapes.
I'm glad I had an interview because I ain't did none of this shit in a long time.
Give thanks to him every time.